In this video, you are going to learn about weather maps and station models. Below is a map that has station models for many different locations within the southern states. So station models are an arrangement of symbols and numbers that show the weather conditions recorded at a weather station. Each piece of data is printed in a certain position on the model. And that is what you're going to learn how to read and create today, our station models. The Binghamton area station models are actually created at using the data that is collected at our airport. So when you go to the weather app, the data that they give us is actually from the Binghamton airport. This is a model of a station model. So station model tells us the temperature, precipitation, dew point, cloud coverage, the pressure, and the wind direction and speed at a certain time. So we may be making station models literally every hour because these elements of weather change. So if you notice on this example of a station model, none of the numbers have labels. So that means because we aren't putting degrees Fahrenheit or millibars, that tells me that I have to put the numbers in the correct spot. So we always start with a circle and we insert the cloud coverage. And if you look in your workbook, you'll see the key for station models. And so in this case, they're saying the cloud coverage is 50%. So we always start with a circle. And the upper left of that circle is always temperature in Fahrenheit because that's what the United States measures temperature with. Then right below it, we use the symbol for precipitation. So a comma in this case is saying that it's drizzling rain. Then in the bottom left is the dew point in Fahrenheit. Now, the only thing that our station model has on the upper right is the pressure in millibars. Okay, so yet again, I have to reiterate this. Because we don't put labels, the order of these elements of weather must be in the proper place. So wind direction is we always say what direction the wind is coming from. So in this case, the wind is coming from the northeast because I'm pointing not north, not east, but in between, northeast. And then the wind speed, because I have the stick with that little tip on it, that tells me that the wind is coming at 5 to 8 miles per hour. So let's look at the key for making these weather station models. So notice here's all my different types of weather: drizzle, fog, hail, haze, rain, a shower, sleet, smoke, snow, thunderstorm. Thunderstorms kind of look like ours sometimes too. And a hurricane, which hopefully we'll never have. And then wind speeds. So that circle is representing the cloud coverage because we always attach the rod to tell me the wind direction. So if I want 26 to 31 miles per hour, I'm going to do that rod in the direction that the wind is traveling from. And then the speed is saying I need one full feather, a second full feather, and half a feather to show that the wind is 26 to 31 miles per hour. And then in the third column is my cloud coverage. So if I have 0% cloud coverage, I leave the circle empty. If it's 10, I just draw a line down the center. 20 to 30, I just color in about a quarter. 40 is I draw a line down the center, but then I color in a quarter, so on and so forth. Flip a few pages in your workbook until you get to reading a weather station, and then the city says San Francisco. So using that key that we looked at a few slides ago, and I think it was on the 2 pages before, you need to identify how much cloud cover this weather station is showing. And please fill in that blank. Then you need to tell me for winds, you need to tell me 2 things. You need to tell me at what direction the wind is coming from, and then also the speed that wind is traveling at. So make sure you tell me both things for wind, direction and speed. Then you need to tell me the temperature and what kind of precipitation this weather station is having in San Francisco. You will read this station model for Bismarck. You will read this weather station for Cincinnati. Now you are going to practice creating weather stations for the different cities. So you're going to fill in the cloud cover. Be sure to use your key. You're going to draw the wind direction with the correct speed. You're going to include the correct precipitation symbol, and also do not forget temperature. Use the model and example to help you. Use that key to make sure you're using the correct symbols for cloud cover, for wind speed, and for precipitation. You will do that for Dallas. You will create another weather station, but this time for Denver. And then you will match weather stations by drawing a line from the city to the station model. Take your time. There are a few that are very similar. Good luck.